Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. This is Wear and Smile Ghana. So in today's video I'm making this for a friend. It's an order. Okay, he wanted a rainbow color thing. Well, there are some of the colors I didn't get this exact color I wanted, but I hope this one helps. So I'm going to use this cause to make that, and then with the lock and also this chain, and then I have my yarn hook here. So I'm beginning with a long chain. One, two, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21, I'm gonna make a 10, then the row will be 20 instead of the 21. Okay, that's why I added 1 to it. I want 20, that's why I added 1 to it. So I just go into this one like so, making a single stitch here. What I do is I put it in this particular one, yarn over, and then yarn over again. Put it in this one, yarn over again, this one. So continue to end here. So after this one, we're going to make a 10 here. When you count it to be 20, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have our 20, and now we're going to make a 10. So we yarn over like so, 1, and then you turn it like this, okay? And then it goes through this. So you go here. So this is how you're going to go all around to the end here. So this is what I have. I'm going to weave it into this one. So I'm gonna make a 10 after this one. Okay, I yarn over. So I want to add the next color to it. I'm just going to mix the colors. So what I do is, because I haven't done this part, I'm gonna cut, some parts from it, and then this is the color that follows. So I'm just going to, if you have a lighter you can use this, but I don't have a lighter, so this is what I'm using at the moment. I'm using normal matches. Okay, so, and then try to but be careful when you're doing it because it's hot. So you go ahead. And now I want to make another 10, so I yarn over 1, you turn it like this. So what I do is, okay, let me go into this one first, this one. So I'm just gonna go in again. Okay, so you have to be getting something like this. Do it to the end. So I'm done with the first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a design through this pink one here. So I'm trying to find the middle point in each of this one. And you see, this is the next one. I was supposed to weave, like, if I was supposed to go all around here, this would have been the next one. But then I'm going to make a design here. I put through like how I do the normal weaving, and then I yarn over. Okay, so I go here, make the normal one. Now the next one, this is the next one that follows. So the line that follows it is this particular one. So this is where I'm going to create the hole. Okay, and then I make sure it is on top of this one, so it goes like this. You pull through like so. Okay, the next one, you skip it. This one follows, so find it here. Make sure it's lying on it like so. So at the end of the day, you're going to get something like this. So repeat the same step to the end. So I'm at the latter part and I'm supposed to go through this to finish. So this is what we have. Okay, so now we're going to make a 10. So we yarn over 1, we turn it like this, and then we do the normal chain. Okay, like the normal one. So after making the 10 here and we go into this one, we're gonna go into, you see we left some of the holes here. This one, there is nothing like the design here. This one to the same thing, this one to the same thing, this one to the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I want to add a different color to it, so we'll be changing colors. That's what I'm going to do because I'm making a rainbow bag. So I'll add the next color to it. So as usual, I cut this. So yarn over 1, and now we make a 10. So this is the next one, so we go into this one. Make sure it is on top of this one. Okay, I go here. So so this is something you're gonna get. Now you can see the design, you can see the blue, this one, you can see this one, you can see this one here. So that's how we're going to repeat the same step throughout our back. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same step till I finish the complete bag. So I finish this, and then I'll come and show you my next step. Okay, so I don't know how you want to, you can, you know, instead of me adding the blue now, you can repeat this one twice, 3 times. It is you are the designer, so you know how to design your things. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to add the colors, mix the colors together, and get what I want. Okay, so yes, this is it. See you at the next stage. So I'm done with this. As you can see, when you follow the steps, it is you that you are creating. So when you follow the steps, this is what you're going to get. I just mixed the colors. I told you I'm making a rainbow color, so this is it. Now I made bubbles here. They call it pom-pom. Yeah, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. I made that of 6. So I'm gonna show you how to make that one in my next one. So I have to cut this because we are going to put another color into this. Like so. Now we're going to skip the first 2, 1 2. So we do the normal single crochet in this. We're going to start a bubble here, so like a pom-pom here. So what we're going to do is you wrap it like so, you put it in the next. Now you can see that this is the back of the bag where the pom-pom is, and this is the front, so make sure you don't mix it up. So we're going to go through 1 2 1 2, the first 2. We wrap again, go into this one, 1 2 3. We're going to go to another 2, 1 2. So we have 1 2 3 now. we wrap again. We're going to do it 5 times. So this thing is not part 1, 2. Now let's do the last one. One, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go through 1, 2. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we yarn over through all the 5. Okay, now this is the next row, so we put it in this like this, yarn over, pull through, and then so when you count it, this one, the pom-pom was made on the 3rd one. So 1, 2, this is the 3, and then this is the next one, making 4. So 5, 5, and now on the 6th one, this is the 6th one, this is the next thing that follows. We're going to create another pom here. So sometimes when you're making this, you have to count this chain from the beginning. You have to count the chain that you're going to use it. It's either you get an even number. If you get an odd number for it, you see I chained 21, but when I make 10 a 10, we had 20 for the whole thing. So with the 20, I'm going to make a pom-pom in every tail stitch. That's what I'm going to make, a pom-pom in every tail stitch. So depending on the number of chains you make, that's the same thing you're going to make the pom-pom in it. Now if you make a mistake of making like the chain maybe an odd number, just make sure that you do your calculation well before you start the pom-pom, so that maybe if it is maybe leaving a space of 2, like maybe we are coming to do the pom-pom here, but instead of making the pom-pom here, you want to leave a space like 3 or 4 in each of the pom-pom. You can make it that way. It is you who is designing it, not me. So that's the whole point. So we yarn over, I'm repeating again, we go through this, pull through, we have 2 here now, yarn over, go again, one, 2, 3, yarn over, one, 2, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, yarn over, one, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're going to do is we yarn over again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we put it in the next one, 1, 2. So now when you count here, 1, 2, 3. So the 3rd one, there was a pom-pom here. When you count again, we have 1, 2, 3. There's a pom-pom here. So we have 1. We make another chain, 2. So definitely on the 3rd one, we're going to make another pom-pom here. Okay, so go in like this again, 1,
1 2 3 4 5. So I'm gonna show you.
So now you can see it follows each other. Okay, so yes, this is what we want. So I'm going to continue to finish it here, and then I'll show you how to make the 10 and then continue again.
So remaining 2 here, I just go into the 2 and so at the end of the day, this is what you have. I wanted to do another one, but I think the size I want this bag, because I told you it's a client's bag, so I think the size I actually need for this bag is okay. So I didn't go ahead and then make another ball here too. Yeah. So I need something like this because it's a round bag I'm making, so it's okay, the size is okay for me. So I'm just going to join the red. You just have to repeat the same step. So I'm joining the red for you to see how I make a 10, and then I'll teach you how, if you want to add another ball to it, you will do it. Okay, so as usual, I cut it.
So what I'm going to do is now make a 10. And then do a single crochet in each of them. Okay. Make sure you don't repeat a single crochet in maybe some of these things, because it might cause you problem. Okay, so make sure you be counting it whenever you are doing this.
So at the end of the day, this is something I would have. Okay, yes. And now I'm going to weave again. So if we were supposed to do another ball, when we make a 10, we start with the same procedure we did for this one. So you're just going to do that, make a 10, going to do that. So if you want to do all the bag ball, like everything ball, you can do it. Okay, this is the procedure I'm going to use, but I think I'm okay with the size I'm making for the person. Okay, so yeah, just.
So I think at this point I'm okay with what I have. I've read some of this parts because this is where I'm gonna put the lock here.
I wanted to leave it a bit longer so that I could fix the lock here, and then this is the end. So what I'm going to do is to cut some part, okay, and then try to weave through this. Because it's a different colors, I can't come down here. Let me just weave through the red. So So what I do is, okay, so I'm going to make the round side of the bag. So what I do is I'm using this cord to make it. So I'm just going to go around my arm like this, okay, and then like this. I just want to get this one. So like something like this, and then I yarn over. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4, 5, and then 6. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Simply we are going to pull this cord. I'm going to go through this bead. We've made around 6. Okay, so in each of this hole we are going to put 2. We are going to repeat it twice here. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So it's hard. I don't like making this thin, but you have to try. Okay, so just breathe through. I'm trying to so 1. No, just so you don't miss it, you have to put a lock here so that you remember that this is where you begin from. So let me just put it here. Okay. So we have 1, 2. Now the second one. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So now the third one. 1, 2. Fourth one. So we made 2 in each. Now, so this is what we have. You see there is a hole here. You try to pull it very tight so that it covers a bit. So now in the next time we're going to put 2 here, and then the next one will be 1, 2, 1. That's what we're going to do. So let me remove this.
1, 2, just so you remember where you started from. So the first 2, the next one is 1, oops. The next one is 2, the next one is 1, 2. So make sure if you are mistaken, you just count from here so that you know you're on the right track. So 2, 1, 2, 1. So the next one should be 2, the last one, 1. So it's starting from here again, and now this one is you put 1, 1, 2. So whenever you're doing, make sure you write the numbers down so that I don't get confused. 1, 1, 2. So I have 1, just to make sure you don't miss it. You just try to put your thing there. 1, 1, 2. One, 1, 2. So we have 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So just repeat the same steps throughout till you get to this place, and then we move on to the next thing. So after the last round, there was shortage of this one, but then I'm just going to, since we are dealing with colors, I'm just going to combine this color with it. So I'm done with the whole round thing. I just take my, if I wanted it to be a little bit bigger, I could continue with the next one, but I don't want that, so I'm okay with just this one. So I'm going to start weaving like how I did for this one. So this is what I'm talking about. So we're just going to fix it here. So I'm checking where it ended, like so, the side. So I'm checking that here too. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna fix this thing here. This is where I'm starting from. So it's just okay. Then I'll go through. And now I'm leaving this one, so I'm going to weave only this one, this side. So what I do is I come so like so. Okay. So the whole thing is we are weaving through this holes, this small holes here to the end here. So we're finally done with this part 2, and we just cut this off. And then we try to put through this. Now what we're going to do now is to go through some of the yarn. So okay. So this is what we have now.
So when you want to line in the back, this one I'm not going to line in. When you want to line in the back, is when you make the body of the bag, just line in, because this side and this side, okay, you can line this side and this side, but it's not really important like that. So when you want to line in, you can just cut your lining and then sew, you know, all over the end, and then you fix your stain. So once you have it pulled through like this, we're gonna cut this one. Ouch. And now we have our washes to do the finishing. And then you just, you know,
okay. So now that we have, now this is what we have. We've done this part and then this part. So what we're going to do is to lock the back, and then finally we are done.